Well, hey everybody. Normally I do nature videos, but today I'm going to do something a little bit different. Being as that I have the ROV and I have a fellow aerial drone enthusiast who managed to lose his drone in the drink. Apparently he was filming a tower out here and the wind got it or something, I don't know, but it struck the tower and dropped, collision detected, whatever. And it dropped down in the, get this, Columbia River. So now this is my first time ever seeing the Columbia River up close, ironically. But what we're gonna do is, I haven't decided yet if we're gonna put the kayak in or not. It looks like the particular tower is accessible fairly close to the shore. No idea how deep it is, no idea about water clarity. Doesn't look that great, but I'm spoiled rotten because of where I normally film. So I don't know. I'm tempted to try to launch just the ROV from shore. My concern is, a jet ski or something like that coming by. I don't think any boats are gonna go between the shore and that tower. It's pretty unlikely, but a jet ski might. So I'm going to kind of surveil that. Worst case scenario, there are boat ramps, but trying to back that trailer down, those really steep ramps, is probably above my pay grade, and it's still a short tongue trailer, so I still suck. So probably be the better part of the day trying to back that trailer down. So I do have my wheels here, so I could launch from land if I have to. It'd be a pretty good haul. To do that, bleh. But whatever, we'll do what we got to do. The thing about it is it's been down there for a little while. I don't know what kind of sediment this river gets. I don't know the current, how far from the tower it might have drifted depending on depth. And water clarity is going to play a factor. You might be just aimlessly searching around in the dark, no idea what's down there. So I don't know. We're going to play it by ear and see what happens. At any point in time, if I don't feel safe, I'm not going to risk my ROV. So, because his drone is already toast, so it is what it is. But I will try. That's all we can do. So let's give it a bash. Amber Dog Productions. All right, we're on station out here. Got the kayak in the water, got the ROV all set up in the kayak. And I definitely was concerned about jet skis coming between the shore and the tower, and that's exactly what's been happening. People are getting crazy. I mean, I know they're just having fun, that's cool, but it's gonna be a problem out there if I get tied off and somebody wants to be a smart aleck I can start waking the guy in the kayak, So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, here's the look. So there's the tower I need to get out to. As you can see, it's not too far offshore. Don't know how these waves are going to affect the ROV or stability in the kayak while I'm trying to do this. I don't know, but you got people out there having a ball, and there's good sized boats out here and stuff. But anyway, that pillar on the right is going to be the main search thing. I'm going to try to tie off to that ladder coming down on the left, and there's something out there by that right pillar I can see sticking up out of the water. It might be a log or something. I need to check that out so I don't get tangled in that, whatever that is. And anyway, so I'll get out there and see what's going on, get a lay of the land. The sun's out now, so hopefully that'll help with a little bit of visibility. The water here at the shore was a lot more clear, but then the jet skis came out and started causing a bunch of sediment waves, and it's just stirred up a bunch of yuck. So hopefully it's not that bad out there. We'll see. Never been on the Columbia, so here goes nothing. So the water here is only about, I don't know, maybe not even 6 feet, maybe 5 feet deep right now because the tide's out. So that's good, and the visibility doesn't look to be too bad. But here's the problem. There's like grassy seaweed stuff everywhere. So if the ROV, or if the drone landed, it would have gone right down in that grass somewhere, and I guess it's been down there for several months. And so it's unlikely at this point you'd even see it through all the grass. I don't want to say it's impossible, but it seems to be somewhat unlikely. And the problem with launching the ROV in this, there's so much grassy weeds here that if I launch the ROV, all that's liable to get sucked right in the props. And then it just, you know, stops working pretty much. You got to pull it out, clean the props out, and try it again if that stuff gets anywhere near it. There's really no risk of losing it. The only risk really is it getting stuck in the weed and you got to pull it up. That's it. But because I'm already out here and I can tie off to this, that I don't need to pay out hardly any line at all. I mean, next to nothing. I'm not seeing now his Avata2 has, apparently it has some orange bumpers on it and stuff, so it normally it'd be pretty easy to see. However, the issue here is it's been down there for like 3 months. So no doubt sediment's gotten on it, and if it's down in the grass, it's settled in, and you can see that the current is going this way because all the grass is leaning that way. Yeah, that grassy stuff down there is pretty problematic, we'll say. So I'm gonna sit here and kind of figure out what I want to do. Well, we gave it a bash. We were unable to locate it. Unfortunately, everything went right. I mean, we had the right kayak, the right ROV. He brought his little Neo drone, and he got some really great aerial shots, and the water conditions, it was nice. Low tide, everything was working in our favor except for the most important one that we couldn't defeat. And that is the seaweed or long grass that's down there, but worse yet, of course that stuff can get caught in the props, but worse yet was this other weed stuff that's anywhere between 10 and, I don't know, 18 inches deep, and it's like shag carpet, and no doubt the drone went into that somewhere. So it's settled into that, and I don't know of any way to find it at this point. It's really disparaging because everything we had was the best case scenario. Everything you could wish to have to do this recovery, we had. You know, just by circumstance. You know, we had everything. At this point, I think the only way to get it back really is to dive, and it's not even that deep. It's only about maybe 5.5 feet deep in that spot. So it's not deep, but there is a little bit of current, but nothing bad. We know right where it should be, but the only way to do it is literally on your hands and knees, feeling around, pushing through that grass. And if it hasn't settled into the sediment too much, just crawling around literally with a weight belt and your hands and knees, trying to feel around for it underneath all that plant life that's down there. Because no doubt if it hit the water, it would have sunk pretty fast. It's not that deep, and we got into that carpety stuff down there, and even the current's not strong enough to wash it out of there. So no, it's there. The only other thing we could think of, he told me that some kids were diving off of that thing and horsing around with it one time, and with the orange stuff on the sides of it, and the shallowness of the water, if someone saw it, they could have just easily, put their head underwater and grabbed it back when it first went underwater. But that's, I think he said 3 months ago. So, but it likely went underneath that grassy stuff and just instantly hid. So that's that. But we gave it a bash. Sometimes you don't win every battle, but the idea is you play to win the war. So maybe next time. Dana Price and Hammer Dog Productions. We'll see you in the next one.